हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, मैं विजेश कुमार आप सभी का वेलकम अगेन करता हूँ इन द चैप्टर न्यूट्रिशन इन एनिमल्स। तो यहाँ पे आप देखते हैं न्यूट्रिशन इन एनिमल्स में आज हम जो पढ़ने जा रहे हैं टॉपिक है ह्यूमन डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम। पूरा एक प्रोसेस काफ़ी कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रोसेस होता है और ह्यूमन डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम इज़ मेनली कंप्राइज्ड ऑफ एलिमेंट्री कैनाल. So alimentary canal is further made up of different parts, and first one is called mouth or buccal cavity, which is directly connected next to esophagus. And esophagus is connected with the stomach, and stomach is connected with the small intestine. Next to small intestine, large intestine is present, and large intestine finally terminate into rectum and anus. In between, there are certain other organs like tongue, epiglottis, salivary gland, pharynx, and small intestine is connected with the liver and pancreas. Okay, so we'll study further in next slide in detail about it. So let's start from the mouth and buccal cavity. This is the origin point from where we take food inside the mouth, and the process of intake of the food is called ingestion. Okay, so in mouth, with the help of salivary gland, food is broken down into very small pieces by teeth, and salivary gland mix up with the food, and it helps to break down the starch into saliva. So if an exam question is asked from where the digestion process starts, so you have to write from the buccal cavity or mouth itself. Okay, क्योंकि यहाँ पे सलाइवा में मौजूद होता है सैलिवरी, हमारे जो सलाइवा है उसमें एक एंजाइम मौजूद होता है जिसे हम टाइलिन एंजाइम कहते हैं। ये स्टार्च को शुगर में कन्वर्ट कर देता है, इसलिए डाइजेशन प्रोसेस माउथ से ही शुरू होती है। आई एम स्विचिंग टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड, टंग. सो टंग हैज़ डिफरेंट जोन्स टू टेस्ट, एंड यू कैन क्लियरली सी हियर टिप पोर्शन of the tongue experiences sweet, and front left and right side of the tongue taste salt, and middle left and right side of the tongue sour sweet, and the bottom most and the middlemost portion of the tongue, the back side of the tongue, I mean to say, it tastes bitter taste. Okay, so these are the different zones, and now next, different type of the teeth. So there are 4 different type of the teeth: incisors, canine, premolar, and molar. The function of incisor is biting and cutting the food. Canines help in piercing and tearing the tooth. Here you can see canines, it is very sharp. Incisors are blunt. Premolars are wider, and it helps in chewing and grinding the food. So in adult human being, total set of teeth which is present in upper and lower jaw is given in this table. You can refer it. So next is food pipe. This is also called as esophagus. So O is silent. So in esophagus, food is pushed down by contraction and relaxation movement of walls of food pipe, which is called peristaltic movement. Next is stomach. So in stomach, digestive juices are released, hydrochloric acid is released, and mucus is released. Mucus is present on the wall of stomach, which helps to protect stomach walls from the acid, and digestive juices help to break down proteins, and hydrochloric acid kills the bacteria which enters along the food. You got it. So next is small intestine. So small intestine is actually a long coiled tube, and it receives secretions from liver and pancreas. So I am going to show you the picture of this liver and pancreas here. So you can see here, this is the liver. If the question is asked in exam, which is the largest gland in human body? So your answer will be liver. What is the function of liver? Liver produces bile juice, and where bile juice released by the liver is stored? So your answer will be liver. Bile juice is stored in gallbladder. Actually, the bile juice is secreted from the liver, and it passes via hepatic drug and finally enter inside the gallbladder. So next gland is pancreas. So what is pancreas? What pancreas look like? It looks like a leaf. And what is the function of pancreas? It releases pancreatic juices. See here, this is the pancreatic duct through which pancreatic juices are released, and it again finally enters inside the small intestine. So the function of pancreatic juice is that it breaks down carbohydrates and proteins. Okay. Now when all the secretion enters inside the intestine, then it becomes, and it's called intestinal juice. So it causes the digestion of starch into glucose, fats into fatty acid and glycerol, and it breaks down protein into amino acid. So you see, the major portion of digestion is taking place inside the intestine, small intestine. So the next is the absorption and digestion of food in small intestine. Dear students, it's very interesting for you guys to see that how inner wall of small intestine look like. You see, this is the inner wall of small intestine. Actually, it has two different type of structures. One is called villi. You see, this is villi, is this sort of shape is there in villi, and another is microvilli. You see, small projections are there. These are called microvilli. You see, it is labeled over here. So villi and microvilli, they are connected with the blood vessels directly. Now when the food passes through the small intestine, you are following this, then it get digested in the form of glucose, and glucose easily gets absorbed by these microvilli and in this villi, and then the glucose passes into these blood vessels, and from here the glucose get distributed in different part of the body and helps to supply energy. Okay. So if in exam question is asked what is assimilation process, so you can write absorb material which are carried by the blood to different part of the body and used by the body. This is called assimilation. And what is this absorbed material? This is actually glucose. And what is glucose? This is actually digested food. You got it. So now I'm switching over to the next slide. Yes, this is the large intestine. So large intestine, here what is the function of the large intestine? Large intestine absorbs water and some salt. So the statement is not complete actually, so you can complete it. In large intestine, water and some salts are absorbed, and remaining waste passes into rectum, and few of the water and salt is also absorbed in rectum. You got it. And finally it get egested from anus. All the undigested food passes out from our body through the anus. So here you can see the diagram of intestine, small intestine. This is noodle like structure is small intestine, and this is large intestine, which finally passes out via rectum and anus. So this was all about human digestive system. Hope you liked the video. Thank you for today.